Today on the premiere episode of Kathy in the Community, Kathy Blaze visits Kenny Thames to learn about his upcoming concert at the Phoenix Center for the Arts. Kenny shares how he learned about this amazing community-focused venue and why he chose to host his concert here. So stick around for this engaging interview as Kathy Blaze ventures out of the studio and into the community desert with Days with Kathy Blaze worked so tirelessly to support.
Welcome to Kathy in the Community, and today I am here with Mr. Kenny Thames. Welcome, Kenny. It's a pleasure to see you again.
It's always a pleasure to see you, Kathy.
So, I hear you have a concert coming up.
I do, February the 6th. I'm really excited about it.
Wonderful. Can you tell me a little bit about your concert and what sparked this?
The concert is primarily with all original music, our original arrangements, and featuring different guest artists as well as myself on the piano. What sparked it was I wanted to showcase some of the variety of the work that I do, because I'm a teacher, I'm an instructor, I'm a writer, arranger, and I've produced music and played music and direct music. So I wanted a little bit of the aspect of everything in just one concert setting.
Thank you. You know, Kenny, this is our first episode of Kathy in the Community, and it is such a pleasure to have you as my first guest. And with this special event coming up, this event, it symbolizes something. Tell us about what it symbolizes.
The event, to me, symbolizes something that we need now in our community, in our world, our society. It symbolizes music brings us together. This concert will be filled with not only entertainers, but audience members from every walk of life, every age. I think my youngest student performing is 6. And then I have a couple of adults that are performing, piano students that are performing as well. So I think it's just a time to just stop, pause, take a deep breath, and enjoy music.
That is awesome, especially with all that's been going on in the last couple of years. People being separated and not being able to be outside and enjoy the arts. Having something like this where people of all ages, families, can come out and enjoy, I think is such an awesome thing. And as you were telling our audience, I've known you for quite a while, and you're a singer, you're a pianist, you're a teacher, you perform. I mean, you wear a lot of hats. Let me just say that. And you've been doing this for quite a few years. What is it that you're hoping to, what are you hoping to give to the audience when this event takes place next month?
Primarily a pause from everything, as we mentioned, but also just the joy of music and the joy of variety of music. It's not all one genre of music. There'll be everything from children's music to classical music. There'll be some with vocalists, some instrumentalists. Just bring everybody together and show that we're all different. All music is different as well. You were on Kill the Cat with me. You know how I am about the variety of music. So the music has a variety, and so do all of us. And bring us all together and focus on one thing, and that's joy in music.
That is awesome. Tell us about I want to talk about being an instructor. You're an instructor, but you also perform in the community. The students that you teach, do you bring them into your performances as well?
Well, they are at this one for sure.
Wonderful.
I have I think 6 students performing during the concert. We were going to have a recital, but we decided because of COVID, some of my students have been out and stuff, so we're going to postpone that for a little bit later again. But I have about 6 students performing. Like I said a while ago, my youngest is 6, my oldest is probably 30, but my oldest student is 83.
Wow.
And I just got through teaching him today.
Wonderful.
And he's been with me about 6 years, and my youngest is 4. So I have all ages of students.
Wonderful. So speaking of COVID, and I don't want to speak much on COVID because I don't want to drag that into this, but that is a concern for people when going out into the community nowadays. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to make sure that people are safe? Because we want people to come out and enjoy this show.
We are providing hand sanitizing as well and mask.
Okay.
We're not mandating, but we are suggesting. And the beautiful thing about the theater is it's 3 rows. So I think there'd be plenty of space for social distancing if they want to.
Okay. So the event is taking place at Phoenix Center of the Arts.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the venue and what your audience can expect.
Well, I'm just learning about it too. I was privileged to come and attend a performance here with the Desert Voices. And I just fell in love with the theater. It's quaint. I think it used to be at a church. And so it's kind of got that feeling that you have, but it's quaint, it's homey, it's welcoming, it's not austere, it's not that there's anything wrong with that. But especially for my students, I didn't want them to be intimidated by a theater. So this is kind of more like a high school auditorium maybe. So I don't think they'll be intimidated by it at all.
When I think of the Phoenix Center of the Arts, I think of history because it's been here for so long, and when you come into the venue, you're going to feel the history here. So what is it that you're going to bring that may be historical for you?
Well, for me, a lot of it is just presenting original music. One of the exciting things is many years ago, I wrote a children's song. I think you may remember this, called God Loves Ugly.
Yes.
And my 2 daughters, we traveled all over the United States. And when they were like 3 and 5, they would sing that to audience. And it was one of the favorites requests that we always had. So my daughter, who's now, I'm not going to say her age, she would not be happy.
Please don't.
But she's older and obviously and has teenage children. Well, her and my grandson, who is Down syndrome, a fantastic soul, they are singing God Loves Ugly at the.
I love that.
You're going to love it.
I love that. So tell us where your audience can purchase tickets, or how is that going to take place? Online,
they're easily purchased through Eventbrite, just eventbrite.com. And then when a person gets here, there'll be somebody at the door that will verify that they bought the ticket. Okay. Or they can also just pay at the door.
Okay.
We have the connection. I'm not that computer savvy. I'm more of a pianist. But for some reason, you can tap your phone and it pays. We'll figure that out. I don't know.
So you're saying you can't be a pianist and be computer savvy at the same time, okay?
Well, at least I can't.
So we talked about culture and a variety. Can you tell us a little bit of the different genres of music that you will be playing that night?
It starts off with jazz, and with a song that I wrote many years ago. There's jazz, there's pop, there's one song that's kind of country that I wrote a few years ago as well. Rhythm and blues, blues. So just about and even gospel. We can't leave gospel out.
Right. and just to explain for people that don't know Kenny Thames, I mean, he's a huge staple in Arizona. He's been around for a long time, performing for a long time. Tell them a little bit about Kenny Thames for the people that may not know you.
Well, I moved to Phoenix the second time about 25 years ago, and I left a career that I was in and decided I wanted to pursue my music. And it was scary because I went from having pretty much a guaranteed paycheck to praying and hoping somebody would take piano from me. But it's great. I just decided to move here, and this was a great place. Phoenix has been so welcoming to me, so accepting, and so promoting. Phoenix has believed in me more than I believed in myself. And that is saying a great deal for a community. And all aspects of community. I've been privileged to play for every religious institution, I guess, of every brand, or whatever you want to call it, all over the valley. And I was privileged to open up for Kenny, well, for heaven's sake, forgot the name of this. I'll think of it in a minute.
That's okay.
Oh, aggravating. Anyway, we're privileged to open for him I'll think of it in a minute, hopefully. But playing weddings, and I've been a pianist for the Paradise Valley Country Club for 25 years, and met a lot of people, played weddings, and taken my band places, and it's just been a wonderful community for my music.
That's awesome to hear, and with me being a native of Arizona, that is totally awesome to hear. And I can say that you've been an inspiration since I've known you. I met you in the theater industry. I mean, and I knew that you were a pianist and an instructor at that time because I met some of your students.
Yeah.
So, and I saw how you took time with them, and you were very patient and loving with your students also, and with your cast in the plays. So, is there any plans on bringing any of your plays back?
Yes, we actually. My partner Fabio is media productions and animation. We're actually animating Cleo the Cat. Actually, when I say we, he is animating Cleo the Cat. I wrote it, he's animating.
Because you're not computer savvy, remember?
Yeah, exactly. I wrote it and wrote the music, but he's animating it.
Okay.
So we're doing that next. And as a matter of fact, one of the lead songs from that musical is going to be performed at the concert on Sunday.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, how long would your audience expect the whole show to take?
It will be from 3 until 5, and you know me, so it will be from 3 until 5.
Yeah.
So we've got it timed out pretty well, and it's a lot of variety. It's not, it's just all variety through the whole score of everything, or keep your attention.
So, are you bringing a full band for the event?
I'm bringing my band,
Oh.
which we have a drummer, sax player, bass player, and myself. Go ahead, that's okay.
Are you able to tell us about any of the other performers?
Sure. Serenity Stewart is going to be performing. She performs throughout the valley as well. She'll be performing my Cleo the Cat song, as well as another song that I've written. And Brenda Allen is a tremendous singer and vocalist, and she's been in the valley for many years too. She'll actually be opening the show.
Okay, wonderful. And what is it that you can tell us about? You know, you're doing this amazing show here at Phoenix Center of the Arts. I mean, we want to talk a little bit about them also. What was it that drew you to this facility to perform?
I think that it's the location for one thing, right off the I-10 and 7th Street. So it's very easy to find, very centrally located. They're just wonderful to work with too. The management and the staff have been wonderful to work with, easy to work with, and accommodating. And it's just, I just think it fits every type of person. No one will feel uncomfortable here. It's an awesome place.
Right. And for those of you who don't know about the Phoenix Center for the Arts, as we've stated, it's been here for a long time, and for me, it's very homely.
Yes.
It makes you feel you're very comfortable here.
Very much.
So, what can our audience do to help you support this event?
Well, first of all, you can come. And the tickets we tried to price them just as reasonable as we could so people could come. Be here, help us advertise on your social media networks, and just support us in that way. That would be awesome. We also have sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring, you can contact us. You can contact me. We can give an email or something for that. But we have a lady that handles the sponsor. If you want to do that, there's some perks to being a sponsor as well.
Wonderful. So, what is next for Kenny Thames?
After this concert, a huge meal and a lot of rest. No, I have. You know me, Kathy. I've always got plans for doing other things. In the fall, I will do another recital with my students. I have about 40 students, and though I won't have all of them performing, but most of them would like to perform. To me, my students performing that's got to be their choice. I don't want to force somebody on the stage to play the piano.
Sure.
Because that damages them sometimes for life.
Sure.
So when they're ready, the wonderful thing about that is the adults are the one who are hesitant to play. The children, Not only do they want to play, they think it's their concert.
They take over.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're supposed to be doing like at the most 2 songs, but I've had the children say, I can't decide if I'm doing 6 or 7. I'll decide for
Kenny,
you.
you can sit down in the front row. I'm gonna do this show tonight, okay?
It literally has happened. I have had that happen. I said, no, I'll tell you. We're timing this,
Right.
so you can do this many songs in whatever the number you can do. But no, we're not doing 6 or 7. So, but I love that about kids.
That's amazing.
Can I tell you a funny story though?
Sure.
About one of my kids. I love all my children, my students. But at the end of her lesson, she's 6. She's only had about 6 months of lessons. And at the end of the lesson, I said, okay, I won't call her name. I said, okay, do you have any questions? And she said, yes, Mr. Kenny. And I said, what's your question? She goes, yeah, why is the hair on your head white? This gets worse. But your eyebrows are brown. And I go, well, actually, I was speaking of a musical question.
Well, Mr. Kenny, we want to know, okay?
I just said, I don't know. You have to ask God about that. I have no idea. Her mother just had this horrified look on her face.
She did.
And I go, oh, no, I told her I love kids.
They
asked.
are so honest.
I just asked, do you have a question? I didn't say, do you have a musical question? And she asked the question. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, working with children and bringing them out to the events and participating in what you do, I think is an awesome job, because you know what, a lot of times we forget that, you know, those are our next generation, and a lot of them are out there working just as hard as we are out there.
Most definitely.
They most definitely are, whether it's the film industry, whether it's music, artists, they are out there working hard. And we need to see their work as well.
That's exactly the way I feel. Another thing I do is for my children, all my students if they need it, but especially children. I've learned that people I've taught for over 55 years. So I've learned that people will practice what they want to play. And that's not always feasible, because somebody can't play Moonlight Sonata at their second week of lesson. But what I can do, and I arrange the music for their level where they are, even if it's for release. I'll arrange that for them and take the 2 little 6-year-old hands, and show them how to do it. So they can play their music. I do teach by course and teach structural music, but also for fun, just arrange and ask all the students, what's one of your favorite songs? And then I'll arrange it for them and teach them how to play it.
Well, you know what? I know one thing we have to say. We've spoken about your event that's happening, but we haven't given them a date.
Oh.
So I think we need to do that, don't you think?
That's an excellent idea, and thank you I probably would not have thought of that. It's February the 6th. It's here at the theater. It begins at 3. It's from 3 until 5.
And when he says the theater, it's February 6th at Phoenix Center of the Arts, and that is 1202 East 3rd Street?
North 3rd Street.
North 3rd Street, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's Phoenix Center for the Performing Arts.
Okay, we're going to get that right.
But that just now occurred to me. That's the name of it. But yeah, it's right off the freeway, so easy to find.
Okay. And again, they can get tickets at
Eventbrite. It's eventbrite.com. You can purchase tickets there, or they can get the tickets when they come here.
And I know a lot of our audience are on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Or do you have event pages or anything out there that speaking about the event, if they want to just go and take a look at it?
The best way, we don't at this point, because
Okay.
this is our first concert, so it kind of caught me off guard as well. And I'm not as I already told you, I'm not a real social media person myself. But I was talking to my grandson the other day. I think next time that's going to be his little responsibility.
I think that, or that little 6-year-old.
Well, I'm sure they can do that. And actually, my grandson that I told you has Down syndrome. He's a precious soul. He's pretty good at it too. He knows what he's doing with social media.
That is wonderful. So, Kenny, is there any last thoughts you'd like to give to our audience about your event on February 6th? We want them to know everything there is to know about it.
I would just say I would appreciate all of your support. Even if you don't know me, you will know some of the music, and you will and you'll feel the love. It's a family thing. I just want to make sure, the main thing, Kathy, like I've told you before, I want to emphasize that it's not a serious. Music is serious, but it's not a serious formal concert. It's going to be family. It's going to be some audience participation. It's going to be bringing people in and bringing people together.
So it's family oriented. It's relaxing. You don't want people to feel like they have to come in a tuxedo or a formal gown. Come dressed very casual if they want to. Just come to enjoy.
Come to enjoy. You know, Phoenix, we don't do that formal too often and very easily. But no, just come as you are and get ready for a good time. And lots of laughter.
But if you're that person that want to dress up, that's up to you.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be dressed up.
Yes, yes. And again, tell them where it's at again. I just want to make sure we get that out there.
Okay, Phoenix Center for the Performing Arts, 1202 North 3rd Street. It's from 3 until 5. And there are no reserved seating, so the earlier you get here, the closer to the stage you'll be.
Right. And are there any precautions? Are there anything that they should know? No food, drinks in the building or anything like that?
Of course, yes, there is no food or drinks in the building and no smoking as well. I found out, I'm not supposed to know this, so I shouldn't probably tell it on TV, but I will. I found out that my birthday is February the 4th. And I heard that...
Wait, you found out that your birthday is February 4th?
No, I knew my birthday was February the 4th. But I found out that someone is planning a birthday cake for me. And so I told them, I said, you need to make sure and serve it outside because we can't eat it inside the theater. But I know that that's coming. So I will be bidding 71 years of age by. It's been a very good year, except for what we've all gone through. But for me personally, it's been a very good year.
Wonderful. And thank you for joining us today, Kenny and Kathy in the community. It's been such a pleasure. And we will catch you next time with Kathy in the community.